This is the model AM5K measuring head by BenchMark Wireline. Today we're going to demonstrate how to replace the encoder and coupling. The first step is to remove the plug. The plug covers an access hole in the adapter that's used to align the encoder stack with the encoder shaft. The next step is to remove the 4 encoder screws. Carefully remove the encoder, avoiding impacting the coupling stack on the adapter. Remove the O-ring and, if not damaged, it can be used again. If the black plastic connector on the coupling was not attached to the encoder shaft, with a pair of small needle nose pliers reach in and pull it out. If you need to replace either the encoder or the coupling stack, you'll need to loosen the 2 set screws from the encoder shaft using a small Allen wrench. We will now reinstall the O-ring by first lubricating it with a product like this Molykote 111. Put a small amount on your fingers and distribute it directly on the ring. Manually press it back into the channel on the encoder body. We will now reassemble the coupling stack on the encoder shaft. Rotate the wheel below the encoder body so the tang on the shaft is horizontal. With a black plastic connector attached to the aluminum coupling, use needle nose pliers to position the stack on the tang. Then press it down on it to make sure it's sitting squarely on the tang. Look in the access hole to make sure the set screw can be seen. As you replace the encoder, to make sure the shaft fits in the coupler stack, rotate the shaft to assure that the flat side of the encoder shaft is aligned with the flat side of the coupler stack so the encoder will drop into place. Carefully place the encoder in the adapter body and, when set properly, temporarily replace 2 screws in the encoder and tighten them. The set screws on the encoder stack need to be tightened. Using a long Allen wrench, while pressing down firmly, tighten the first set screw. Rotate the wheel a quarter turn and then tighten the other. Rotate the wheel to make sure that the stack is properly seated and turns with the wheel. Replace the last 2 screws on the encoder body and tighten all 4 of them firmly. Put a small bead of thread sealant on the plug. Replace it and firmly tighten the plug.